Welcome back, everybody. It's been a pretty interesting week, at least for me. Not something that I showed on here other than last week's little quick video of my latest purchase. So, um, what I've done to it is everything that I did to the prior vehicle. With one exception, I have not touched the rocker panels yet. And I'm honestly not going to show that on here since I literally just released one showing my butchery on what I was doing. But I'm guessing it's just me and having the worst luck when it comes to painting and matching the paint. I got the paint code for the vehicle, bought the duplicolor paint, and of course I know that the vehicle's old and that paint's faded, but it never really quite matches. You can see where everything was touched up, and I believe you gotta wet sand it anyway to try and blend that in better. Am I going to? I don't know. I don't know if this truck is gonna get me to that point or not. It's gonna bug me, but I gotta learn it's better than it was. Oh, let's see. So yes, I bought other cab corners for this vehicle, and I can't believe the difference in price. The Chevy was 95 bucks or 100 bucks shipped to my door for two, when this one was $29.99 for two shipped to my door. I don't understand. But there was way more material on this one than there was on the prior. So I ended up cutting off a lot because I think this required the bed to be pulled off in order to do this. But I even went as far as painting them ahead of time. But that's how much I ended up cutting off, because this part literally went so far, it wrapped around so far on the cab that it wouldn't slide in there. So that's like that on both ends. So I wasn't going to go through and show that process again. You guys already saw me do that. Let's see. I did the usual painting and then undercoating the bottom portion of the vehicle. And I do that for some added protection from rocks and salt that we have here. I guess I've never really made it through a complete winter with any of my vehicles to know, does it really work? But I'm going to show you guys. Oh, I also put on a somewhat fancy hood scoop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, I had a lot of rust around this door handle. And just look at how bad that is. I mean, guys, I literally sanded and sanded and sanded. And there's still that there. I'm not sure, that might wipe off. There wasn't any here. There's the cab corners. Yes, bolted on with self-tappers. And I don't know if you can see how far back that went. That's why I had to cut so much off, because it literally wrapped around there. But that's what I got to deal with as far as the rockers. Complete crap here. The paint is just weird. Haven't yet to deal with any of the rust up here. This bumper is kind of annoying me. I thought about putting a ratchet strap through here and tying it to the end of a tree and just see if I can pull it out. Here's the fancy hood scoop. Thing looks really tiny on there. And I did the same thing here along the bottom. More horribleness. This is just so bad. Really big gap in there that's got to be dealt with. But the other thing I kind of want to bring you guys along with on is, you know, it's hard to get up in that thing. It's pretty high up in the air. So somewhere under there, there's supposed to be mounting points for step side running boards, excuse me. And I crawled under there once, and I see what looks like could have been, but it's missing the 2 bolt holes on the sides of this other cutout in the frame. Well, I don't think it's the frame, but so I'm going to get under there again and see if I just overlooked it or what. But I would like to put running boards on here. So if anybody out there has a set they want to get rid of, let me know. Anything from I think it's a 09 to 14 Ford F150 XLT 4-door. Just let me know. Hit me up. I'd be happy to check it out if you're close by anyway. Just had to stop and marvel at the clouds. Oh. It's kind of like a squirrel moment. Alright, let's get my ass under here. Take everything out of my pockets, my phone, wallet. Keep it where I'm not going to crush it by rolling my fat ass all over it. So, to my knowledge, well, there should be a bolt hole here and a bolt hole there. But looking down here, I see that one. Can you all see that? Yeah, there's that one. And then there's one here. So right there, I hope you guys can see that. Kind of hard with the light behind it. But now that I know that this does have it, I was just looking in the wrong place. Tell you guys, it's an unusually hot day today. Good grief. Really hot. And this is beginning of October. I'm not complaining, but it's really warm. Alright, so the next thing for my viewers is I'm going to kind of step back from vehicle work for a bit. I don't know, I can only really show you guys the same thing so many times. I don't get real far into things with it, I guess. And I don't recall if I mentioned on the first video that when I bought the vehicle, the guy said I noticed a loud clunking in the front end, and the kid said that it was the outer tie rod ends or outer sway bar links. So he had them with him, gave them to me. Yesterday I installed both, and they did not come out willingly. I had to cut and burn and you name it, but they came out. And lo and behold, the kid wasn't jerking me around. There's no more clunk. So yay for that. At some point, yes, I'm going to put spark plugs in it. Looking at the engine bay under the hood, everything's wide open. There's not going to be an issue with this, but I think because of how high up this truck is and how much bending forward I'm going to have to do, I might just pay somebody to do that. I mean, it might be 150 bucks or so, but it'll be worth the 150 bucks if I don't have to do that part of it and know that it's going to be okay. But I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod out there, and I'm going to show you something that I bought not long ago because of our amazing ice storm we had here. And I don't know how I ever got along without this. I don't know. This is crazy. So, stay tuned. Okay, so here it is. It is, obviously, a battery operated little pruning saw. DeWalt. It's even self-oiling for the bar and chain. This thing is an absolute little beast. So my mom asked me to do some pruning. So this might be a little bit of overkill, but let's see what happens. She really wants me to just open this up a little bit. That one's coming from way up there, though. Uh-oh. Bit of a panic moment there. She wants that one down too. Oh, what is this? An 8-inch? 6-inch? 6-inch bar. So yeah, it'll go through some stuff. Gotta clean this up before I put it away for the day. Wow, I let that go unnecessarily long. Alright guys, that's really gonna wrap it up for this video. Yes, it's short. I just want to keep you guys like in the loop, updated on things. Next week, definitely going to probably take a big deviation from what I've been doing on this channel. Something I've done before. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is just so different. Wife and I kind of want some matching nightstands. So I might look into just either building our own or finding something cheap and just redoing it to our taste. But I would like to make them, that way they're unique. So anyway, there was a question that I wanted to ask if anybody knew, but I don't remember. That's the joys of being old, getting old. Can't remember nothing. All right, guys. You have anything you want to, comment down about the truck, about what I've been doing with it? Put it in the comments. It's all good. Any suggestions? I'd love suggestions. Try this, do this. Other than that, guys, I'm calling it for this video. And hopefully next weekend I will see you guys with a better project going on. So see you guys next week.